Hey, what's up, guys? In today's episode of Everything Bonsai, we are going to repot this Chinese elm. There's some buds that are popping out, so that means it's time to repot it. So let's go ahead and take it out of the pot and repot this Chinese elm. Okay, so let's go ahead and get it out of the pot. There's some good roots in here. There's not a whole bunch of roots, but I really just want to repot it to get it out of this soil. So let's go ahead and take this soil off. So I'm gonna bare root this tree. I'm gonna take all the soil off. But if you're gonna do that, you're gonna want to make sure the tree is nice and healthy. And this Chinese elm is real healthy. It had a lot of growth last spring, and it's popping. The buds are gonna pop early this year. Usually the buds pop around in the March, but here in Southern California, it's real hot right now in February, so looks like spring is gonna come early. So most of my trees, the buds are popping right now, so we're gonna have to do repotting season early this year. Before we go any further, we're gonna go ahead and cut these roots off. Those 3 roots right there, we're gonna go ahead and cut those off. Those roots are too high. There's a couple more right here. We'll go ahead. Oh, sorry. There's a couple more right here. I'll go ahead and cut those off. And a couple more right here. Okay. And one more right here. So now that we got those off, we can go ahead and continue. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and flip the tree over and start doing the bottom of the tree. There's one huge root. I think it's humongous. We are gonna have to fix that. Wow. So this is a seedling and it's never been cut before. That's why this thing has a huge root. It's the taproot, and it's never been cut before. So this is going to be interesting. So check this out. Look at those huge roots. Look at those huge roots. I mean, we got to figure out what we're going to do with this thing. You see that root, how it cuts back in? It comes out from the trunk and then it goes back in like that. So we're gonna go ahead and cut that about right here. We're gonna go ahead and cut it right here. All right, I cut it. Didn't go all the way. There it goes. Now we gotta figure out how to get this piece out. There it goes. The cool part about this root is you can have this as its own little tree. This can be its own little tree. Root cuttings are real good, so this will be its own tree now. So That's pretty cool. Okay. Now you can really see what's going on with this thing. Look at that. That is gnarly. That is crazy looking right there. I'm gonna take that big old piece right there. That thing right there needs to come off. Wow. That was a huge, huge piece. Look at that. Look at that. That thing is huge. Now that right there would be its own tree too. Pretty cool. Alright. Here's another one. I think I'm gonna take this one off for now, but I'm sure in the future it's gonna come off completely. But for now, we don't want to take off too many roots. That's just gonna go in the trash. Okay, so we got a whole bunch of roots off, but there is a whole bunch more roots that I could take off. But if I do that, then there's really not gonna be any roots. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and pot this up, and then in the next repotting, we'll go ahead and take more roots off. And that's just how we're gonna do every repotting we do. We'll just take a little bit more root off, and eventually we'll have a good root base. So let's go ahead and pot this up. Okay, so here is the tree after all potted up. I put it in my bonsai soil instead of that weird soil it was in. This soil is perlite, a little bit of compost, and wood chips. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a couple rocks right here so the tree will stay stable until the roots start growing in. So let's do that now. Okay, I got a couple rocks, so we're gonna go ahead and put that right here next to the trunk. You know, just leave these rocks here until the tree is stable. And now we're gonna go ahead and water it, and we'll go ahead and do a trunk chop. Try and guess where I'm gonna chop it. Okay, let's go water this thing. Okay, time to water. Okay, let's go ahead and do the trunk chop now. The trunk chop. So, can you guys guess where I'm gonna chop it? Here we go. I'm gonna chop it right there. That is where I'm gonna chop it, right there. So, let's go ahead and do that now. We're gonna go ahead and leave room for dieback. So we'll go ahead and chop it right there. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. There it goes. Awesome. And now this thing right here can be a cutting. We can use this as a cutting, so that's what we'll do with this. Go ahead and put that in soil and make a cutting out of that. And with the leftover, we're just gonna leave it alone. We're not gonna trim any of these. We're just gonna let them do their thing and grow. Okay guys, well, that's the end of this episode of Everything Bonsai. Hope you guys have a good day. Go out and play with your plants, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.